What is up everybody, it's the Anime Watcher here. So I just finished watching Love Live Superstar Season 2 and all I've got to say is, it was really amazing. So after watching the entire season, especially the last episode, I have my own opinions about it, but that sounds like another video for another day. So please leave a like and subscribe if you want me to talk more about Love Live Superstar Season 2. Now let's just get on with the video. After losing to Sunny Pa in Season 1, Leela declares that they'll do everything they can to win the next Love Live, and that they do. We saw them improve, we saw them do wonderful performances, and we even see them improving themselves. But in this season, we also get 4 new members and 1 new rival. This is the season where Leela turned into the group of 9. It was very nice seeing the original 5 once again weekly. Seeing Cuckoo and Sumire arguing with each other was hilarious and adorable. Hearing both Chisato and Kanon saying adorably was a treasure for my ears. No, honestly, someone should do a yup counter for Kanon Season 2. I need that in my life. And then seeing Ren turning into a complete gamer was such a nice surprise for me that it was such a fun episode to watch. But other than that, we get to meet new characters in this season. Mei, Shiki, Natsumi, and Kinako, 4 first-year students who would later join Leela in this season, turning the group of 5 into 9. And this was an interesting development as it led to some interesting moments that made me care more for the characters. And I mean, who am I kidding? The moment I first saw Mei geeking out over Leela adorably and then walking grumpily as she was seen by Kinako was the moment where I just adored her character. They all had their very own reasons and conflict to join Leela, and we would get an episode centered around them as per Love Live seasons would do. And I feel like they really did an amazing job here. Kinako, who just learned about how shiny and bright school idols were, was just at awe at them and would love to be one herself, but at the same time was scared because of how clumsy and unfit she believed herself to be. Mei, who always loved Leela's performances from afar and would support them with everything she had. Once she had an opportunity to join them, she had a conflict within herself. She didn't want to leave her only best friend behind. Shiki, who would then prioritize Mei's happiness over her own, wanted her to follow her dreams and join Leela, but there was doubt in herself as well. She thought she wasn't cute or idol material, and that made her unsure whether she would pursue this dream with her best friend despite actually wanting to be an idol herself. And Natsumi, despite her money-focused personality, her entire life was just filled with failed dreams and goals she couldn't accomplish herself. And seeing these girls do their best to try and climb a huge wall encouraged her to try again, but the difference was, she wasn't alone this time. She had friends who would stay beside her as they pursue their dreams together. Friends who would motivate each other to keep on going. Friends she can call her own. We see them struggle, have different opinions about something, have fun together, but most importantly, grow together. Seeing them having a hard time catching up to Kanon and the others felt so real. They had a year of experience while they just started, so obviously the gaps would be seen among them. And that issue doesn't get resolved immediately as well. We see them do their best, we see them practice even harder, we see them going out of their way to try and get that extra improvement so that they wouldn't be dragging their seniors down. They wanted to catch up themselves, allowing Kanon and the others to be focusing on winning Love Live. They didn't want to be the reason they would lose. We also got that emotional episode revolving around Cuckoo's secret. Fearing they might lose, Sumire acts as the villain and tells them the truth that the first years weren't ready and shouldn't perform in the regionals. Of course, it causes a bit of a conflict. They were pretty much as excited to learn and give it their all, for this was an important occasion for them. But after hearing Sumire's words, the first years decided to understand and even went out of their way to tell her to win the regionals for them, with smiles as bright as the sun. They were willing to let the second years perform, even if it means they won't get to be on stage. But Sumire didn't want to be the bad guy here. She was doing it because if they'd lose, Cuckoo would have to go back to Shanghai. And this was a conflict that started in Season 1, and Sumire alone is the only one who has been carrying the secret until the 9th episode of Season 2. The emotions, the acting, and especially the soundtrack really made me love this episode in particular. Sumire breaking down as she tells the first years how much they have been practicing for really broke me. She knew what she was doing and it broke her nonetheless to do it to them. Cuckoo comforting Sumire was one of the most sweetest things I've ever seen these two together do. This is, without a doubt, my favorite episode of the season, and I want to talk about the new rival now. Let's welcome Wee and Margaret. The very reason Sumire felt the pressure, the reason Leela was at second place at the Yoyogi festival, this middle schooler outshined everyone during her first appearance in episode 3, and I don't blame them. Her performance was stunning, it was elegant, her outfit was gorgeous, her confidence was seen, her voice was incredible, and her songs truly hold power in them. But she was only fixated on herself. And that wasn't what Love Live was about. She had the confidence, her voice reached the thousands, but despite that, she couldn't move on from the regionals and was beaten by the very group she didn't pay attention to, all because she looked down on them. Despite her stalkerish behavior towards Kanon, Wien still does some adorable stuff here and there in the remaining episodes, but nonetheless, her story is pretty alright. It isn't tearjerker or anything, but I do respect her drive to see her dream come true, and the same goes for Kanon and the others. Their passion and determination to win Love Live has always been seen from start to finish, and seeing their faces as Leela won the regionals, it really brought a warm feeling to my chest. It was like seeing a friend pass a test they've been passionately studying for. Leela's songs had a vibe of inspiration to them as Kanon and the other members of Leela are sharing their radiance to their fans. The very same radiance that made Kinako appreciate what a school idol was. Meanwhile, Wien was basically telling the people of how amazing she was, of how she's better than the rest and that she should be the only one being focused on the spotlight. Maybe Wien had more unique or grander performances than the others, but what she lacked was the very reason a school idol performs in the first place. Love Live Superstar, both seasons 1 and 2, are my favorite in the Love Live series. I don't know why, but I felt more of a connection here than in Sunshine, Nijigasaki, and even School Idol Project. Pretty bold statement, I hear you. Maybe it's because Superstar is the first Love Live anime that I got to follow weekly, like the experience I had by waiting every week for that new episode to come out, the memories of just replaying iconic moments or performances. I have no idea why Superstar is more special to me than any other of the Love Live series, but I know for a fact that I really love this particular seasons, this particular group. I can't explain it, but that's just how I feel about it. The performances are really beautiful. Every song like Welcome to Bokura no Sekai, Go Restart, Chance Day, Chance Way, Sing, Shine, Smile, Mirai no Otogaki Koiru, even Butterfly Wing and Edelstein were just so gorgeous to look at. Each stage was just so unique and it even complements the song whether it was Leela or Rian performing in them. The animation as well does not go unnoticed. There are many moments and shots in which are just so appealing for the eyes, not to mention backed with the lovely scores of the soundtrack. The CGI has of course improved, and considering most of the performances are done by CG, they looked pretty fine to me and I have no complaints whatsoever. The opening is alright and the ED is fine, and all the songs in this season are just amazing as always, especially when it came to Wien's songs, Butterfly Wing and Edelstein. They had such a unique variety of orchestral musics playing as if it were a stage play, which made her performances even more unique than it already is. Now, as we know, a season 3 has been confirmed and that alone is good news, which means more Leela, more Wien, more room to learn about the characters, especially the first years, more interactions with one another, especially since Wien is now enrolled at Yuigaoka, so I really can't wait to see these girls again whenever they would return. And the fact that they are going to add a new member is pretty interesting news to me, so I really can't wait for Season 3 to come. And that's pretty much it for today's review of Love Live Superstar Season 2. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and of course, I'll be seeing you guys next time. See ya!